I've made it. Arcane Season 2 is here. I survived Season 1. Thanks, no less, to you. I appreciate your support, feedback, and understanding of the things that I didn't get during Season 1. But look, it's all because of your support and your comments. I can take it, whatever you give me, but keep them coming. And don't forget, go to Patreon. The VIP tier is where all of the unedited episodes of Arcane are. The edited versions come out a few days later on YouTube, about half the actual length. But if you want the fully unedited Season 1 and now Season 2 of Arcane, go over to Patreon. The VIP tier, link is in the description. You don't want to miss it. We have a chat room in there for people with Arcane. And guess what? We have the next series about to start. It is called The Last of Us. And we are going to start that this week. Things are happening. 2 series coming at you at one time. I am loving this and grateful for it. And there'll be a chat room for The Last of Us as well over there on Patreon. So check it out when you get a chance. Patreon is where things, that's a great way to support a channel. And it's also a great way to get extra content because that tier gets album reactions as well. We have several album reactions. And when they come out, we record them live. They go over there. But remember, YouTube will get the shortened version coming out every Wednesday and Saturday, so don't miss out on that. But look, I can't waste any more time. As a mental health professional, should say my therapist is Jinx. It's my favorite character so far, Jinx. But if my therapist is Jinx, I'm probably going to be a little nuts, right? My therapist can't be Vi, right? She can, I don't know, a little fly. Mine would be Vander, although he's not here anymore. So where did we leave off? We left off with Jinx flying the flippin' missile into the board meeting. I don't know what ended up happening there, but Jinx just ends up every time tripping over her own feet with things. And I think that's what the beat up of herself is. I still wonder about Silco though, because I just am not sure he totally had the best interest of Jinx at heart. But hey, that's for you to tell me. Without further ado, there's so many characters here. Help me out on this. I've got my coffee here. I'm ready. Look, Waffle House coffee. That's not an advertisement. Oh, wow. Oh, no. It's all blown up. The council meeting. So it goes right. By the way, I love when these episodes, whenever they do, they don't often just continue on from right where it left off. This is my struggle with all of this. Jinx gets super upset. That whole last scenario she was in with Silco, with Caitlyn, with Vi, and her talent, her gift, which has been grown over time to build these bombs, now number one, was used in a good-hearted way to, number one, help protect them when they grew up. She was trying to be a part of the group to help them even get into places, stuff like that. But then she blew up that place. Vander and everybody else dies. But she was well-intentioned there. She was meaning well. Now she gets mad. She has a lot of attachment issues and a lot of trauma. And she just in her rage is like, okay, it's you versus me. And now here's how we're going to do this. And she goes in almost, I hate to say this, but a Silco type of way. And I'll show you, I'm just going to go blow them up. And then look who the victims are in this. So Jace is here with Mel. Thankfully, they're still alive. Who else is alive? Look at that. Oh no. They're all those other people are gone. They have to be wondering, I don't even know what just happened. But I would think their assumption is Silco just attacked. We were working out a deal and he just went ahead and was trying to take us out so he could take over everything. They have to imagine, I'm probably not to get that in the moment, but they have to go to the place of like, what in the world just happened here? And all these people are dying or severely wounded. Wow. He's going, is he going right back to the, was he flashing back at all there to when he was in that explosion with Caitlyn when she was a little bitty and, going into his place and that whole place exploded and then he had to carry her out. I wonder if he's having that flashback. Again, this is PTSD. All these people, so many of them have PTSD, and he's been recovered from a lot of it, not healed from all of it, but he's been able to move on because his life hasn't had any more trauma in it like that. But he now gets another, what happens very often, especially the senses, what you hear, what you see, what you feel, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch, all that stuff. So you could actually have a car accident on, say, the freeway. You're driving, you have a bad car accident, you make it out, you're okay. But it was like traumatizing. You don't want to go back on that road anymore because it's like it's a reminder. The hair on the back of your neck stands up when you drive around it. Or here's the deal. I had somebody once who was traumatized from PTSD in a car accident. And the song that was on the radio when the car accident was happening was the trigger. So year down the road, they hear the same song from that day and they immediately go into panic mode because they remember the accident and they feel unsafe and they feel like something's about to happen. Now, rationally, you think you're not even like in a car right now. But the brain doesn't think that way at the base, okay? So the Neanderthal brain down here at the very bottom, the brainstem, which develops first in our body when we're in utero, that is just fight or flight. That is the one that just is protection mode. So it's not thinking rationally. It's thinking there's danger. That song comes on. It's attributed to an accident. It's so fascinating how the brain works. So I'm wondering here if he was in a state of like, I'm looking around and now I'm coming to a little bit and I'm seeing specific people here laying a certain way that reminded me of when that happened way back with Caitlyn and me carrying her out. And if that's his reminder here of him going back in time. Yep, he's carrying him out, but remembering the same thing. Trying anything he can to help him. Trying to hold it back. Oh no. Oh no. 'Cause I couldn't keep it all. She couldn't even get herself to allow, she couldn't even allow herself to cry. This is devastating. I did not expect this. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. And, to think about trying to keep breathing while I know, what did it say that what were the words that it's trying to keep breathing while I know it's over, while I know it's not possible. And the part in the beginning where you would sing a song to me, all the things of her mom, as many issues as she would have had with her mom, that you lose the person that's your leader. You lose the person that has been there with you all through life. And now Caitlyn feels all alone without that leader. And she has to pull herself together to not cry, to be strong in that moment. All the while Vi is outside looking up thinking, I can't even give her a hug. I can't even go tell her I'm so sorry. And I can't even explain the story of what happened. Because in my head at this point, it makes it seem like Caitlyn's now going to see this as an us against them. And Vi has left and that side has attacked me. And I'm sure it's got to confuse her and mix her up. I'm praying it pulls them together because they've had such a great bond and a connection with each other. And they're both, to me, I believe, really good leaders. But imagine just saying goodbye to your mom, and she was all alone in that. I didn't see her dad there. I think her dad was in kind of one of the sketches in the background, just weeping. But I can imagine she's got nobody there, and now it's up to her to be that leader and to take over. And wondering if there's gonna be a council and if she's gonna be on it now because her mom's gone. But a picture of Vi outside, like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm standing here and I want to go help, but I can't.
She was a great woman, a good friend. I don't know how we'll face this crisis without her.
To think We nearly extended sovereignty
Yeah.
to the creatures who did this.
Oh, man.
There will be no more fairy tales of peace until we scour our basement of its
wow.
demons.
Here we go. I don't know who that is. Oh. Counselor Salo. Is that him or is that the mother? And secondly, here's the message, when one thing for another, he's basically saying, it sounds like we're going to have to wipe them out. We can't have peace and we can't have order and we can't have security until these people are gone. Because this is what happens when we allow these people to have any kind of power whatsoever. As we are at war. Well, they don't know they're at war. They're actually not at war. He just is misinformed. That was a bomb that wasn't supposed to go off, that went off by Jinx, and it wasn't everybody trying to destroy them.
We flood the Undercity with enforcers, armed with hex tech.
Innocents will be caught in the crossfire.
That's what it was.
How many more counselors have to be blown to pieces
for that.
before you finally wake?
Hear that statement, y'all. If you ever disliked politics or people in power, how many more counselors do you have to see destroyed or killed? Well, what about the people? I'm thinking, what about the people in the world? You're worried about yourself, your money, your prestige, what you have. Nothing about anywhere else. We're just going to go down and wipe these people because those people don't actually matter. Those people aren't really important. This is what drives me nuts. As a person, number one, but as a mental health professional, the people with the most needs get the least amount of help most of the time. That's what's so backwards in our society. We don't give enough opportunity for people to overcome any of the struggles, the disabilities, the deficits, the things that have happened in their life that maybe they can't fix without some help. And that's why we need more of that. But what a statement. Did you hear that? Oh,
Officer Kierman witnessed the attack
wow.
firsthand. She confirmed this was the act of a single deranged individual.
Jinx.
Silco is dead.
So Caitlyn was at the meeting. Jinx goes nuts. Jinx is like, it's all right. You picked your side. Here we go. Jinx goes out and blows a bomb. Caitlyn was there.
So what is your solution? Chastisement? A firm reprimand?
We use a division against them. Pin the attack on Jinx. Post a reward too substantial to ignore.
Then it's settled. 2-1. We invade.
Oh, wow. 2-1.
But I draw the line at Hextech. We have an ethos. Such force must be a final resort.
Boy, he looks rough, doesn't he?
I had the shot.
Oh. Now she's feeling guilty. It's not in her heart, though.
Your mother left this to you.
The Kierman key? No, I'm not. I don't deserve it.
So now I need help with the Kierman key. What is that and what does it do? What does it open? I'm flashing back to try to remember when I've seen that before, but it's ultimate power, obviously. And she's saying, I don't deserve this. Like, basically, you're being placed in your mother's spot. So I need you to step forward and do this. And this dad, who's so sweet and so loving, like, it's exactly what Caitlyn needs in life. It's for him to be there as she grew up because he was the balancer. He was the one that said, you matter. You are capable. You are worthy. You are cherished. You are loved. Like, he was the one to do that. And I think now the only way he knows how to do this is to say, this is from your mother. She believed enough in you that she wanted you to have it. Is she really there?
What is she still doing here?
Oh my goodness. I'll tell you why. This is my estimation. I get lots of flack on me talking about Vi and Caitlyn and how they seem like best friends and they're laying down on the bed together and all that stuff. Look, I feel like these two could be in a relationship in a heartbeat. Maybe they are already and I just don't know it. But as a mental health professional, I'm in season 2, episode 1. I haven't seen all of season 2. I don't know what's happening with them. I haven't seen them sleeping together. I haven't seen them making out. I haven't seen nothing. But I darn sure see the passion and fire that's inside both of them. Number one, as leaders in life. And number two, with their heart to try to reunify and build something good. They both want that. Vi obviously cares in this moment. for Caitlyn. And I think honestly hurts for her. You know why? Because Vi has lost her mother and both her parents. But when you talk about your mother, Vi knows what Caitlyn is going through. So what better person to understand? You know, I've worked with many people who have lost loved ones, children, their parents, their spouse. I haven't lost any of those yet. So I can have compassion for them and empathy, and I can try to understand what they're going through because I've worked with it for almost 30 years. But there's nothing like seeing someone who's been through what you have, the hurt you've been through, to relate to and connect with. And so I think she's putting her hand on Dad's shoulder to say, I kind of need her here right now. She's the one who can understand what's happening right now. She's not the bad person that you think she is. She's actually more on our side than you can imagine. Don't want to go, but I can't stay kind of thing.
You were right, Kate. If you get Jace to fix the gauntlets, I can do this myself. No one else needs to get hurt.
No. They're sending all the enforcers after Jinx. I'm going with them.
Please, I have to help.
You can. As one of us.
Oh,
Kate,
wow.
I can't wear this.
Change
People
sides.
are calling for blood. The council won't stop them.
I watched them kill my parents. Do you
Yeah.
have any idea how that feels?
Yes!
Backing up.
I do!
It's the trauma. You know, she see how she physically backs up there because having this presented to me, like I'm going to go over and be a part of the enforcers, is betraying, number one, my own people and where I grew up. But number two, it's taking sides with the people that killed my parents. So immediately she pulls back from that trauma of like, no way am I going to go take the side of the people that were killers of my parents. And so Caitlyn's staying in there. Caitlyn's the one person I think that can really stay with Vi and talk her through it and communicate. Not that Vi's going to follow through with this in the end, but I think what Caitlyn's saying is we can unify both sides by showing that it is not one against the other, that there's a greater good that can come out of all of this. And Caitlyn talking about her arrogance getting in the way, and then now feels guilty because that's what caused her mother to die. So she feels guilt for that. You know, Vi doesn't feel the guilt for her parents dying, but she feels guilt for a lot of other people who have ended up in bad spots, and probably namely Jinx. And so the main thing is to be able to get Jinx in, maybe not do away with her, but to get Jinx in and then resort things, because you want to go in without blowing everything up. But notice the backup there, because that's the trauma response when she feels like this is too much and this is a betrayal of my attachment and, you know, I am pulling back from this. Nope, I will never do that.
Thought you were on our side.
You didn't think at all.
Wow, here she goes. That's the response. Bye. Push you away. So good at cutting and running, man. She's so good at just picking things up and like, I'm done with you. But do you notice how it's the push-pull? She's back and forth. That's part of that borderline thing I talked about with Jinx, but I don't see her as borderline like that because she has a lot more care and compassion and desire and hope and love to offer. It's just she felt cornered there, and she felt like now you can help us, which means forget about your needs. Caitlyn really cares about her, but it feels like you're just throwing everything about me away and stepping on my parents' grave with this.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry.
You lose someone in the attack?
How is he?
Same as before. Pulse is consistent.
Wow.
Beyond that,
Oh my
your guess
goodness.
is as good as mine.
What in the world?
All I know for certain is that it's keeping him alive. It's the sort of puzzle Victor would love if he wasn't. How does the explosion do that to him? And I I just walk out without a scratch.
Survivor's guilt, y'all. Just so much guilt for I'm here and I'm fine and he's not. You ever had that in your life? That is brutal to overcome. That's why mental health matters. That's why therapy matters, y'all, because, when something happens and you feel guilty for it, it could be a car accident. It could be, like fires recently in our country where one house burns down or a neighborhood and yours is totally fine. And it could be so many different things where you come out okay and another person doesn't. You can afford life and another person can't. It's so hard to think, I feel bad for what. I'm lighthearted here for a minute, but I flashed to people talking about, man, you didn't have to wait 3 years for season 2 of Arcane, Tom. We saw season 1 and we're sitting here on the edge of our seat for 3 years waiting for season 2. I feel guilty for that. I get to go from season 1 into season 2, no problem. It's easy to sit and feel horrible that you're feeling fine and you're physically okay and this person could be dying. You just don't know. And you'd so readily take their place. But that takes you away from living your life. So please hear me say that to you. One of the things that will help you help other people is to be the best that you can be, to overcome that guilt and say, maybe I'm here for a purpose. Maybe I'm here to do something greater that can help other people that are struggling.
It's all right. I handled it.
She did
I
good.
won't let them corrupt your dream.
Good job, Mel. Boy, he loves her.
Hey, Sprout.
Boy, just imagining,
How'd you find
envisioning
me?
that.
Your dad.
But then there's Jinx. Laughing. I want to tear that laugh from her throat forever. I just understand now how easy it is to hate them. She thinks those gauntlets of yours will solve all her problems.
What if she's right?
Oh, wow.
Hextech may keep us alive, Jace, but it's not what will save us.
Join the Peanut Patrol. And I thought she had no sense of humor.
It's just kind of humorous to see. Like all these dark and heavy scenes, y'all, of just the hopelessness, the despair, the potential ruin of all these people, and somber. And she's, oh my goodness, how honest Caitlyn was there about, the 3 pictures she sees, her mom, Jinx, and Vi, and how each of those elicit different emotion. And then it switches to this humorous, Vi being wasted on the street with this guy and just laying there talking about her joining the troops. Wow.
Vi? Who are you? How do you know my name?
Junior Officer Nolan. Maddie, Caitlyn made quite a scene at the station when they tried to deny your enlistment. She said, if every enforcer had a heart like yours, we could take on Noxus itself.
Oh, wow.
Then she threatened to withdraw her family's funding.
What a statement. Things that Vi never has heard from Caitlyn. And Caitlyn's too, I think, humble to say that. She's not one to boast like that. But she went there and said some amazing things about Vi. And likewise said, we can just withdraw our funding, which hurts the council tremendously. They don't want that. There's the politics involved in this, but also with the strength of this is the person we need. We need Vi. And Vi, man, she never gets that praise, y'all. She never gets that, pat on the back. She never gets that, you got it, you're the best, you can do this kind of attitude from people. And so when she hears that, not from Caitlyn, but from somebody else, it means something.
It's nice to know there's still good ones left.
Oh, wow. She's going to shake her hand. Impressive.
Our compulsion to
that?
leave behind us a world better than that before. But they shall not be forgotten.
He's up to something.
Their lifetimes of service.
Because she notices the tattoos on him, which the enforcers I would guess, not have tattoos. They wouldn't be doing that in the upper city, at least from what I can tell. So he's undercover for something. He's coming from somewhere for some reason, and it doesn't look good because he's got a big bag of something. She's really clever. Like, she's smart. She knows from where she comes from how to spot something that doesn't seem right.
Awful, isn't it?
Oh, don't even tell me that's Jinx. Please don't tell me that's Jinx. That black letter that was sent to Caitlyn in condolence, opened it up, that was so different than all of the other ones, you know, black, and had that seal. And I don't know what that seal is. I wonder if Jinx is creating a new, I'm just making all this up, but if Jinx is creating a new seal for herself and her people, I don't know. Or is that the same seal that was already there? But here's what I wonder. If Jinx found a way to get in there in this covered up garb with this certain invitation, and then brings this person's security guard with her who's dressed up as security for the enforcers, so he can kind of walk around wherever, right? Because people just see him as one of them. Vi sees the tattoos and says, nope, that's somebody from somewhere else. So she's going to intervene and check this out. And then you hear that voice, which sounded just like Jinx to me, standing right behind Jace. So she's not just, if this is her, so help me, my adoration for Jinx disappears. I just don't want that to happen, y'all. Why does this, oh, is this her?
Losing a loved one.
Because I'm thinking it's either Jinx or Savika, one of the two people, especially when I saw the kind of wrinkled up lip. I wasn't sure. Is that Savika that's coming in and actually going to do Silco's dirty work? Because if you think about Savika, like, she's lost everything. Silco was her everything. I mean, I know for Jinx too, but Jinx at least had family and stuff, or at least a sister there. But wow, this dude has like an IV, you know, up the nose when you get the oxygen when you're in the hospital. He's got the IV of whatever that shimmer stuff is for ultra power where nobody can stop him. And there's no weaponry like Jace has created, or Victor, or that Vi's wearing those dang big arm fist things where she can destroy. They're helpless. They're vulnerable at this point. They can take out this entire place at this point. So is that Savika or is that Jinx? Whoa. Oh, man. So they weren't even doing that to go in and just wipe out Mel and to kill this as many people as they could there. They were doing it as a message, man. It's like a terrorist thing, right? We're going in and we're doing this thing just to show you what we're capable of and to show you what power we have. You aren't safe, toppers. From now on, you are not safe, which puts the fear of the Almighty in front of them to where they go now back to their homes as fast as they can and they're scared to death. What's going to happen next? Fear is the ultimate motivator, man. Fear is like, it's either going to send you into a hiding place or it's going to send you into attack. And here they go trying to take them out. But oh my goodness, I never expected something like this. They're going to get Jace? So who is this? Oh my goodness. It's those people that came in to attack. See, here we go again. I can take it. Tell me what I got to know. I just want to be up to date because they are either seizing, maybe this isn't Jinx, or now that I think about it, it wouldn't be Jinx just because it's such a sophisticated operation here. Or Savika. It's this other group maybe that's coming in and seizing on the opportunity because of what just happened. Oh my goodness. And they got the purple in their mask and the green flying. Oh, that gun ain't gonna help at all. 0 chance. Yeah, they're just stepping on people. Rip it out, rip it out. Poor Maddie. a different position. There's Vi. Yes, sir. Pop the top on that one. So we are working together. They're just defenseless, but they're hanging in there. Oh, Maddie! Cut the other cord. Oh, no. Oh, no. The big dude. Oh, Jace. Barely making it.
For my son.
Oh, man. It's that lady whose son was destroyed. The one that pushed the red button. She went all in after that, man. She's like, I am determined to take all of them out, and especially him, because he was down there doing that for my son, y'all.
For my son.
Vi! Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that thing. Right in the face.
Come on.
Oh my. Oh no. Who's throwing the sword things? Oh. Is it her mom? Man.
Thought for sure you were gonna get yourself killed.
Oh, the way she works things. You know, they have a great character for her, because she's not like, I thought for sure you were going to die and I was going to lose you. It's like, I thought for sure you were going to get yourself killed. Like, it's your fault. It's always going to be somebody else's fault. It's Vi's way of doing humor and love at the same time, y'all.
Memorial.
I know.
What kind of animals?
Yep.
They wanted the spectacle.
Well, I don't know how, okay? She dies and leaves this giant hole, and I'm just supposed to fill it.
You won't. The hole gets smaller, but you never fill it.
That's right. Wow. What a great, oh my gosh, what a great moment for them. The hole gets smaller, but you'll never fill it. The same way with her, with Vander. Can't fill it. You can't replace those shoes. You can't just put them on and go do the same thing. You've got to do your own thing. You got to be your own person. But remember, anybody that you've lost that's mattered so much to you, you can't replace them. But it does start to heal, and you can still be an amazing person in an amazing life. But it's clear at this point, these two need each other.
I was wrong to spring the badge on you.
Very good. Well said.
Just go after your sister alone.
Oh.
One of us comes back in a box.
Yep. Feels so helpless.
No, it isn't. We won't let it.
I know you doubt the merit of your birthright, Caitlyn. There's wisdom in that.
This is like the entire encyclopedia of life for them, I think. All the wisdom, all the history, all the information that she needs. Heavy is the crown. Love that. Oh my goodness. You know, that crown is very heavy. Oh, Scrim. Suicide Boys verse. Heavy is the crown, so I cede to the cross. At some point, that crown gets so heavy of power of leadership that it's a burden to carry. And so people think power and control and being in that position is wonderful and easy. It's hard because you carry the burden of everybody else that is underneath you. So that line of heavy as the crown is so true, that it is sometimes too much to carry, too much weight to hold on to. But this song, beautiful.
Ever in our lifetimes has Piltover's leadership enforced into the dungeons of our capital.
They sneak so many of these things into the ceremony. I thought we took every measure to secure it.
They must have had help from someone up here.
We aren't prepared for a full-scale invasion. The Undercity's attack proved that.
This is a closed council meeting.
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx, dismantle Shimmer, and neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
Oh, I love this so much, Caitlyn. She is quickly becoming my favorite. Man, how she steps in there and says, I'm just going to do this. Keep your mouth shut unless you address me with respect. I don't want to hear from you losers. Just kidding. Just saying that. But wow, we're going to go in and get Jinx. We're going to dismantle Shimmer. And we are going to take out anybody with allegiance or loyalty to Silco. Man, this Sallow, I don't know, just rubs me the wrong way. What makes you think you'll fare better than our forces today? You know why? Because I have more relationships with more power than you do.
We've got a few surprises of our own.
Haha. Look at this group. Ready to take them down. Then just Jace down there, just hammering away, molding up all them things, getting the weapons ready. Not the guy who's up on top in the uniform. He's down there doing the work, y'all. I'm so ready. Oh boy. You're kidding me. Is that the dude that was inventing all that stuff? What is happening? Oh my gosh. We were doing just fine. We were doing just fine up until that point. Now I got to add in this element, not even know what's happening there. Because we had just assembled this amazing team and they're going to go take care of business, y'all. Season 2 has begun. Episode 1 complete. On to episode 2. Don't forget, if you want the full unedited episodes of Arcane, go to our Patreon page. The VIP tier is where it's at. You don't want to miss it because there's a chat room in there too. And the edited versions come out a few days later onto YouTube, about half the length. Still good, but the full thing's over on Patreon. Love to see you over there. And we're starting our next series coming up this week. You don't want to miss it because we're going to roll one series after another. And never forget, mental health matters. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. But I'm sitting here on pins and needles wondering, what are they going to do and how are they going to actually go down there and use the tricks up their sleeve? And will Victor come out of this trance that he's in? Okay, your turn. No spoilers, but fill in the blanks for me. Mental health matters. Never forget it. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.